It's gross. She's been judged, celebrated, and talked about globally. The OnlyFans worker who slept with 1,000 men in 24 hours isn't just a headline. Her actions reveal some harsh realities of sex work. Let's talk about it. We're also talking about Wicked and Squid Games 2, Part 2. Okay. Well, look, here's a question for you. Why is it disgusting? What's gross about it?
What's disgusting? What's gross? I'm just kidding.
Having sex with 1,000 men in one day. What's gross about it? Honestly, she's recording like a world record, you know, or she's recording like a.
Yeah, she did do that.
It's like if I were to be recording my skills as a skier or as a skateboarder.
It's the same thing.
I'm trying to be like, you know, huh?
It's the same thing. I get it. It's a world record. You know?
So that's what she's recording. I think like there. I wonder, do you think like there's a sense of pride, you know, being like I was.
Yeah, for sure. She got a world record. I mean, you have to be prideful about it.
Yeah, because like you.
I mean, if you got a world record, wouldn't you be like have some pride about it? Like let's go. Like your ego would be inflated.
I think so because it's a skill that you were like showing off.
So that's the trick. That's when it gets tricky. Like this is not really a skill set thing.
But isn't it though? Because you're like mentally like challenging yourself. Also, you're like withstanding a lot of physical friction. There's gonna be a lot of friction there. Can you do that? No. So there is a talent there or a skill to be able to hold on to that level of what is it, pain or uncomfort
it's like
point.
Any other sport, you know. There's some sort of pain that comes out of it.
Yeah. And also like running.
Crazy.
Wait, but that's also like running. Because
any sport, but yes, we could say running.
But I say running because now you can relate to it.
The point is, it is tough. You know what the equivalent? Mental toughness. So I think if you ran a marathon, you probably could try this challenge if you wanted to. Right? Like,
just to see the difference?
No, like instead of training, like I'm gonna start with 50 men in one night and then 200 and then work your way up. Instead of doing it that way, you just run a marathon
with no
conditioning, nothing.
People do that. People have done that.
Yeah, and then you translate it to the whole
doing what she did.
Doing what she did. She needs the endurance.
So you're saying
that's part of it. She needs the endurance. To get mentally tough for it, you have to get through something mentally tough, like an ultra marathon. You know.
Wait, okay, so no, this makes a lot of sense actually, and good pointers. You know, because you're talking like a coach now. Okay. Because
did she have any coaches to coach her up? Like if that's even more impressive.
She could be the first coach. She's been through that experience.
Oh God, that's so bad, dude. I hate the idea of that.
Okay, let's go into why it would be bad though. Okay, I would say safety. Number one thing for me, the first thing that pops up to me, I'm like, someone's got some sort of STI, and I like you're mixing a lot of different things there, fluids, and
whenever the risk goes up. If you thought like every added person just makes the risk go higher exponentially, like 1,000 in one night.
Okay, so at what number do you think you'd be like, I don't think I should be here?
Oh, if I was in line for that?
Yeah, if you were in line for that.
No more than 1. If I'm not number 1, what the fuck am I doing there? I am not gonna be lined up in no fucking orgy shit. That's not me, okay? I wouldn't last. After 1, it's like, wait, what? There's a line here? What am I doing? Even the 1, actually, now that I think about it.
Wait, but...
No, even the 1. I mean, this girl's about to do all this with other men. Why the fuck do I need to do that for? Even if I'm 1.
I would say if I was a porn star.
Well, that's different.
That's why. Okay,
those people are not porn stars.
Exactly. Yes, they're like strangers or people who are just buying sex,
their
right?
dog.
Or just out in the street walking their dog.
The street, you know,
just strangers, and I think that does add a level of uncomfort.
And if you're not checking for like STDs, you have to. If it's more than, it's like you should check. If it's more than, I was gonna say more than like
even
one.
I
was about to say that. That's why I'm like, it doesn't even matter. You have to do it. 1,000, you're really gonna. Did you check all that?
Did you screen anyone?
Right? Like how crazy? You just like you're one of those people. Let's just say you're one of the 1,000 people. It already came out.
You're one of the
one of the people that one of the 1,000 people that fuck that chick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then later they find out like it's online like, oh yeah, she got an STD. How scared every single one of those people will be.
I don't think they would be. You should know. heading into that.
That's actually a good point. They should like immediately after, within a week or two, go check. Go get
well,
checked.
no, I don't think they would though. I think it's like, if you're hooking up with 1,000 people essentially, or it depends on what number you were, because you might have been 500, then you hooked up with 500.
I see what you're saying.
People.
Regardless.
Yeah. If you were mixing your fluids with people, with that many people, you gotta know that if you know that they didn't screen you, you gotta know they didn't screen anyone. And so you gotta know, like,
that's true.
Everyone
but no, what I'm saying is like just to double check, like, oh, I didn't catch anything. You gotta go. After doing that,
there are pills now. Also, by the way, there's like a after pill that you could take, because when you feel like you might have. That's
cheating. That's like taking.
Cheating.
That's like taking EPO in a race. I'm just trying to translate it. No, we don't do. You can't take this shit.
You can't take drugs when you're doing a sport. Okay.
Yeah, that's
not an official sport.
Yeah, it's not an official sport.
But this is like for safety.
No, I'm kidding. That's actually there's a thing like that.
Yeah, there's pills.
All I'm saying is like if you're one of those 1,000, man, go get checked. Like, right? Like if you didn't.
Yes. Also, you should take those pills. If you're having sex randomly like that, you should be taking fucking pills to prevent HIV and other STIs.
But if you're lined up, are you one of those people that will do that?
I don't think so.
But
also, they might, because they might feel more confident in being in spaces like that, because they're like, I'm taking the pills.
Yeah, maybe.
But the thing is, like, would they go check after, like you said?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I would never be in this line, but if I was,
let me make that abundantly clear.
But if I was, I'm getting checked immediately after, like multiple times, like for the next 2 months. I just need to really make sure. I need to really make sure. Like, I know I've gotten approved, like I'm good in the clear, but I just don't know. You know?
After 1,000 people.
After 1,000 people, you might as well get tested 1,000 times.
At least she must have. Not must have, but should have. She for sure should have.
I mean, she's the one taking all 1,000 guaranteed. The other people are, 500.
It depends on what you're on the line.
It depends what number you are, yeah.
If you're 2, it's just one person in front of you, but that person could have had an STI. You could have started from the get-go.
Yeah.
And it's guaranteed. What if that person, because there are bug catchers.
What?
Isn't that crazy that there's a name for that? Like
catcher?
Someone who goes out to have sex and wants to catch an STI.
Oh, that is nasty.
Or is willing to also
give it to somebody?
Give it to people without telling them.
That's evil. That's fucked up.
That's fucking evil. I agree. Yeah.
Now, if you're lining up for one of these, this would be the perfect. Like, if you're what do you say? Bud catcher?
Bug catcher.
Bug,
like a bug.
Oh, a bug catcher. Okay, if you're a bug catcher, that would be the perfect place to do it.
And you'd be
think about how many you just knock off. Like
you want to be in as front on the line.
No, you'd want to be. You'd probably volunteer to be the 1,000th guy, the last person.
Oh, because
no, the first person
instead of giving.
No, it's the other way. You're right. You'd want to be first so you could give it to 1,000.
If you're being an evil person, yeah.
I'm thinking evil.
Yeah. Then you want to be number one.
And there's probably more than one.
Yeah.
Thinking different, like, I won't even give it to everybody. I'll be the last person, just to her. She deserves it.
Oh my god.
Well, he's evil.
Right? No, he would probably go in line first and in the end. Just
I wouldn't doubt it. Imagine someone tries sneaking in. Like, I only got 40 seconds. I gotta try again.
Yeah.
I mean, logistics wise, how
would
that work?
I'm gonna come back in a few hours.
She won't even notice.
Yeah.
She'll be too distracted by like all the dick and semen.
Oh man. Oh my god, 1,000 loads.
1,000 loads. Now that's another question. Was it to completion for every single one?
No, I think she mentioned. Remember, there was a girl who did 100 guys.
Okay.
And she mentioned that not everyone came, and so I think if that's the case, then
it's a different record. Right? Like, there's a record for how many you slept with, and there's a record for how many you finished.
How many
topped off? Wrong thing.
You're not wrong. There is a whole other record for that. A whole
other record. You probably don't even have to sleep with that many. It actually would be probably safer.
Oh god. You don't. 100. Just 100.
Just 100, huh?
Well, actually, probably 50. What is there? Is there a record yet?
I don't think
if there isn't, also, how do you make a record if you don't know how many?
Oh, you submit it.
If I say 5, I made 5 dudes come
in one day. Well, that's why they recorded it. There's literal proof. Watch the whole thing. It's in there.
Oh my god.
Imagine it got submitted and you're one of the people like, this is one of the records I really have to go look over, like you're being serious. And they're like, well, yeah, that's why I did it.
Yeah, this is your job, so.
It's your job. Like, look at this for me, please. I mean, you don't have to, but just give me the record.
Right.
If you want to be like, not efficient or official, I should say.
Official. Yeah. That's how records work.
It is.
That's wild.
I know. I wonder if they're competing. Wait, the 1,000 and the 100 are friends, right?
I think so. Yes.
So if they're friends, I wonder if they're like back and forth, like, oh fuck, you got my record, I'm gonna go to 2,000 now or whatever it is.
Damn. I mean, that is a staircase to fame. I guess you could say.
And now they have experience. You know how like in training, you do your first marathon, you're like, at first you're like ignorant, you don't know how hard it is. But now the second time around, you're gonna be more prepared.
That's true.
So getting to 2,000 might be easier. Because they'll be
true.
like, we got a system down, we know what works.
Okay, but if you're gonna go back at it, be safer, you know?
Yeah. But also, this is another way it could be safer too. Send a mass email to all those 1,000 men. They did it once, they could do it again.
How's that safe? I guess you're
because
not
it's the same people at least. Like, I'm not saying it's just safer. Like, at least you already fucked these people.
I don't know, but I'm like, it's better if it's like people who are all down to get screened and tested the week of, and then I don't know.
Yeah, that's if I was the management, that's what I would do. I'd be like, you gotta get these tested.
It's so hard to trust 100 people. Yeah. I should know.
I need all of you to split up into groups of 100. This challenge has nothing to do with strength or speed. It is all about trust. Who you pick could cost you your spot in Beast Games and your shot at $5 million. By the end of this challenge, one of you will backstab your entire team.
We can't trust him.
Can't trust everybody, but I trust myself. That's all that matters.
Starting now, if you step off your platform, you will be eliminated, and so will your entire platform. That timer starts. Whoever touches the ground first will now receive $50,000. But I did not expect for this offer to be so irresistible that someone would actually jump before the timer even started. Well, no, it hasn't started yet. Oh my God.
The timer didn't start.
She still stepped off. She's not gonna get it because the timer hadn't started, but she stepped off. Oh no. I didn't start the timer yet. Oh my gosh. No, because the timer hadn't started yet.
Oh my God. 99 people just lost out on $5 million. All because she jumped.
I'm sorry, but she stepped off.
Her team was in disbelief that they had just been betrayed, and they were absolutely devastated that they would not be moving on to Beast Games.
100. We're saying 1,000 now.
I know I'm saying 1,000. I mean, we're talking about the 1,000 one, but
Yeah.
even 100.
Even
100.
Yeah.
You know, like, could you really trust 100 people like that to just?
Fuck no. I mean, you were part of a game.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I know you can't.
You can't trust 100 people, no
Just-
matter how
just
much they
one
say trust
person
me.
can screw you all up.
Yeah, no pun intended.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there was a pun intended.
Every time.
But yeah, that's wild. I don't know. Even now, having sex with people, I'm like, I have to, and like
Make sure you're safe, yeah.
or try.
Mhm.
I have to really try, you know,
Yeah.
like be like, ask at least the question, you know, do you take the pills?
Mhm.
How often do you get tested? How do
Again,
you feel about
if
safe
you're lining
sex?
up.
I know, if
fuck
you're
it.
lining up, it is.
You're not. That's the least of a concern. All you want to do is bust a nut.
Or because do you think some guys probably want to be a part of the record? They're like, well, I'm, you know, it's not all
Dude, I
about
didn't even
just
think about
busting
that.
the nut.
I
And
didn't
that
even
might be
think about
some of the
that.
guys that didn't
Didn't get to finish because they were
They're
like, you know, this is icky, but it's the pain I had to go through to get this world record.
Yeah.
By the way, do they get money if they get the world record? Like, is that a thing?
I don't know. I don't
Right?
think so. But they do. You get fame, right? You get recognized.
You do-
Like
you do
a
get
lot of
recognized
people are
on the-
talking
on
about
the,
this.
Like the world record book or whatever. They have
Yeah.
those.
I think,
No, that's how you submit it. The record.
but not to be in the book.
Not to be in the book, but you might be in the book.
Is there like a gigantic?
What would the picture
book?
be too?
What do you mean?
If you know how like in the record books they have pictures of the athletes or whatever record you broke
Yeah.
and like breaking that record, like what picture would you show in the book if you were in the book?
Oh, I see.
You know, is it like her with all the 1,000 people in the background, just like it's like
Like
a
in a
thumbnail,
giant
like a
photo?
YouTube thumbnail?
Oh, that'd be good actually, because it fits with this era.
Yeah,
You know?
she doesn't have to be like mid fuck. Like that would just doesn't need to be there.
It doesn't have to. But I wonder what she would want. You know, I'm interested in. Did she want the record or did she want? Do you know they're like?
Dude, I don't know shit about this.
Oh.
I'm sure. Okay, the 100 wasn't the record. The 1,000 was, right? So she probably was going for the record. The 100 one, it was a challenge, I guess, to work her way up to 1,000, maybe. We don't approve. Long story short, we don't approve.
Yeah. No, it's not that I don't approve. Well,
But yeah, just those people, if they did catch something, are now spreading it. If they did not get tested afterwards, and I think the stats are just just too
Yeah.
high. So now you're quite literally like a disease to society, Loki. This is mean, but in a way.
no, because they're also
spreading
those
it.
are but they're all with people who are making that choice. You know that there's 1,000 people in front of you or behind you, whatever, and you're making the choice to go there. So you're not a disease.
So because they're making a choice to go fuck and spread their disease
with each
everywhere,
other, sure, it's consensual. As long as, because if it's when the people aren't telling other people that they have something or that they potentially had
and
something,
you said
right?
there's some, yeah. What is you said a bug
chaser.
bug chaser? There's no way there wasn't a bug chaser there.
There's something called super gonorrhea, by the way.
Oh, what the
That
I thought gonorrhea
the
was
way
bad.
that it's just super. Why would you
Yeah, I
put
know.
super in it?
I know. I'm
But,
just like I thought gonorrhea was bad.
yeah, there's something like that can kill you for sure, and it's not curable. Like gonorrhea and chlamydia, there's like injections you take that you can take, antibiotics, and it would clear you up, right? Or it'll help you get rid of the
Yeah,
STI.
makes sense, that makes sense.
But there are things called like super gonorrhea, and those don't, like, no one has a cure for. So you could still die. You could still get like sick and
Okay, so
XYZ.
so you're back on board with the whole they're actually spreading it.
yeah. Okay. In my opinion, if there was like safety, consent, that's
Well,
safety.
everyone consented to that for sure. There's
Right.
no one's lining up like, damn it, I was full.
No, but you know how she went up to like that young
that
young
yeah, that was weird.
person, employee of whatever, and
Yeah.
was trying to be like, hey, like,
Very persistent,
yeah, that's where I'm like,
like a bit of harassment. Yeah,
yeah, like if she like did that to someone else and they kind of like felt like,
that's
okay,
what we
I have to
saw.
go.
That's true. What about the people you didn't see?
Yeah, hopefully no one got peer pressured to do it. Oh, dude, fucking 1,000 people in one day.
Oh man.
Do you know the math behind the timing on that? How many people?
See,
how many
so
how
there's
much time?
24 hours. I don't have a calculator here. There's 24 hours, so you got to do 24 divided by
24 divided by
1,000.
41.
So that's 41 people per hour. So now divide 41 by 60. Yeah.
0.96.
Ooh, that's almost one per minute. It's like they get a minute and like a half if you're using the full 24 hours.
Right, no rest, no eating,
No rest, no eating, nothing.
You can't.
Well, everybody else, they get like the 1 minute.
Right. There's their whole day ahead of them. More
Yeah.
behind them.
Yeah. I wonder what's tougher, like taking that much dick or being sleep deprived.
It's
You
taking
know?
that much sick. That must be like.
I mean, it doesn't matter. She did both.
That must have been exhausting.
And that's why the world record is impressive.
It is impressive.
So, but if you did 2,000, that's 80 per hour.
Why would you do the 2,000?
So that'd be like 30 seconds per person. Why? Because they want to be
30 seconds per. That's impossible. That's literally impossible.
I mean, maybe they do like 5 per minute. You get me? That's.
I guess if you're not making them come.
I don't think it's possible to do that.
30,
would not
yeah,
be
30
possible.
seconds. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
But you know what's a record they could go? We don't need to stick with the 24-hour mark. You could do a week mark and do like 10,000. Oh, that's 1,000 per day. That's a lot. No, it isn't. It's more. Yeah, so maybe
I hope
500.
I hope no one ever does
5,000,
that.
sorry,
or
5,000.
or tries to do that, especially for like fame.
5,000
or any
in
of
1 week. I'm stuck on this challenge, dude. Someone's gotta come
5,000 in 1
out. Someone's
week.
gotta come out with this, like, you know. And it doesn't have to be 24 hours. That's my whole thing. And it just doesn't, you know.
that. Again, I would root you on. I'd be like, do your thing. As a human, you want to do a fucking thing and impress yourself, or with numbers and stats, do it. But again, in the real world, I'm just like, there's no way. There's dishonest people left and right. There's no fucking way you're not mixing some STIs in this pot, you know? And also just,
But it's worth it for the world record.
dude, and also psychologically,
Yeah, you're not even
just
thinking
think about
that.
like
Yeah, forget the
this
diseases.
many people like entering your body.
And here's the thing: if you freak out, like after 30 people, you still got 970.
Okay, no, you can always just not if you don't want to.
That's true, but the
Unless
pressure,
it's
that's
the
where the pressure
person.
comes in. The person that's taking it.
Like, as in the person can't, like, doesn't know how to say no and step away.
Especially when you have like a mouthful of dick. Sorry. Just trying to
God
get
damn it.
as vulgar as possible.
Yeah.
She can't even like speak, you know. She's got a mouthful.
Yeah. No.
If it that early, like after 30 people, you're already like, oh shit, what did I get myself into? I still
That would
got
suck, yeah.
I still got 23 hours and 30 minutes.
Of nonstop dudes coming in here.
Jesus
coming
Christ. That's bad.
in here. That's, yeah.
You know what I don't like about this? It's kind of because they're known for the fame, you know, and if they got paid, obviously, right? It encourages other people to do it, and that aspect of it, I don't like at all. That's just nasty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know
it's
what
all
I mean?
it's
Like-
all with the safety of all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's people, you guys, be safer sex. Safer sex, please.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, I thought I saw something where the porn community,
Huh?
like people that do porn, not watch
Yeah.
porn, because that'd be everybody.
Everyone. Not everyone
They look down
watches.
upon not getting tested and just doing it that way, which it makes sense. Like, if you're in the porn industry,
Oh,
you
yeah,
do
yeah.
want to practice safe sex. That's the moral of the story. Just be safe about it.
Just be safer.
When you go for the 5,000 in 1 week, be safe about it.
You don't have to take that challenge.
Now, if they do though, just hear me out. If they do take that challenge, lucky we gotta spark that challenge for them.
That I'm not. I don't want to participate in that. That is all him.
Well, I'll get credit only if it happens.
Sure. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know. Some people when they hear a challenge like that, they're like, I'll take it. I'm like, I don't want to encourage
That was no pun intended.
I'll say that wasn't.
You meant it? God damn it.
I don't want to encourage that. I'm not gonna, because I don't believe this world is. You can't build a safe way to do that. I believe in this world.
But if you could do it safely,
If you could do it safely and it's something
get
that you
after that
enjoy,
record.
then
yeah,
run it.
get after that record.
Yeah.
It won't be there for long.
I'm tired. I'm tired of talking about these people. So we're gonna move on. But before that, go check this out. How do you make a living?
How do I make a living? Well, I hustle. I've had so many different jobs growing up, and I've always wanted to kind of like try everything. Do you want me to start like how I started, or like more like
Let's
what I'm
start
making
with
now?
where you're at now.
Okay.
And we can work our way backwards.
I work at a salon in Hollywood. It's Chaz Dean Studio, so it's like a nice high-end salon. You get the great experience. If you've never been there before, and if you want a haircut, hit me up.
Perfect time to just put yourself in there. Go
Just
ahead, give them the contact info.
Go and follow my Instagram. It's hair.bygabino. Gabino spelled Gabino. And then if you want to follow my thirst trap page, which is also my other job, not like I'm an influencer, but I go dance. So on that page, it's by Gabino. And pretty much I work in West Hollywood, go dancing, or in downtown, or wherever they might be looking for a dancer. So if you're looking for a dancer, you need somebody that's Latino, that can move. Let me know.
Latino sexy dancer, and he can move.
Speaking of wicked things,
So stupid. Okay, so Wicked. Honestly, my favorite movie of the year, but I know you're gonna be like, oh, it wasn't that good. It was amazing. I've been really wanting to explore musicals lately, like the last year or so. I've been wanting to explore musicals, and a lot of them just don't hit for me. I've seen some that really do. West Side Story was, wow, one of those. And I think when I saw Wicked, I was just like, oh my God, this is what I wanted. This is what I was looking for. For a lot of reasons. But to keep it in the music world, I like singing along to music, like the songs that I like, because I know how the song goes and I know how I'm supposed to be like singing in a way, But when I start singing out loud just randomly for no specific reason and random thoughts that I have, I always like stop, and because I don't know where I'm headed, like what I want to sing or how I want to sing it. I confuse myself, I guess you can say.
yeah.
And so when I watched Wicked, I was like, yes, dude, I wanted an example of how to like jump into song and make it feel like naturally, like that's what I would do in my life. I would just start like da 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 da, or for whatever reason, and whatever, Do you get what I'm saying?
Like you want your real life to be a musical, like Wicked was.
Yes.
You just want to be the main character. But
I don't have to be the main character. Like, there was plenty of people like singing. I guess all of the main characters were singing.
You're right. Exactly.
And I did hate the background. not the background. the like students, the followers, like, okay, just real quick. Also, my favorite moment in Wicked Part 1, the Ozdust duet. When they both start dancing at the dance. Beautiful, sad, tragic, but also beautiful. And I think that little example of like when they both start dancing and they have this like relief, and you can hear it in the song. The song starts getting like all happy at like there's a moment that happens, and when all the other like followers, the other students start like doing it too, that shit pisses me off. Like those people, you know.
Well, psychologically, that's usually how it goes. Like the first person to do something different or whatever, all it takes is the second person to follow, someone to follow. Once that goes, then it's easier to get the other people to join.
But it's so frustrating in this, I mean, in this world specifically, because it's this popular person. It's like that person gets to tell you how to feel, gets to tell you how to.
That's funny that that's how it's viewed, but it could have been any other, just another person that did it would have done the same thing.
That's true.
Does that make sense? No. I know what they
not in the
mentioned.
movie.
No. But psychologically, like in the real world, not in this wicked.
Yeah, not in this wicked world.
Yeah, not in the wicked world.
Yeah. I get what you mean.
You know
I get
what I'm saying?
you mean.
Like,
because
all it takes is one person to follow. Cause oh, okay, and then you just join it. That's how it expands. I saw a video like that once where I think one person was just rowing, and then someone got behind. As soon as the second person, you showed it to me. That's the same thing. So in this case, I get the message is saying like, what you're saying that's annoying. Because she's popular, that's the reason. Yeah. Which I'm sure that's what it was.
Yep.
But also, if anybody actually did it, it would have done the same effect. Just for the sake of the movie, it needed to be that person to do it.
Yes, but also in real life, this also happens where if another person who's not that popular does it, no, not everyone's going to do it. Because if two unpopular people are doing it, it's like whatever. But if the one popular person does it,
it's not that two people unpopular are doing it. It's that somebody joined the other person.
That's why.
There's
a group, right? And then one person's doing the thing. But if another person who is unpopular, like that person, does the same thing that they're doing, it's not like everyone's gonna join. They're both unpopular.
No, what happens is it triggers another person to join, and then it trickles down to the point that it gets appropriated.
I get that, but in real life too, this would happen too. It wouldn't trickle. It depends on the person.
It depends, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it for sure does.
I mean, when it comes to school stuff, yeah.
For sure, school stuff.
Because that's how it is, and that's what it was in the movie too.
Yeah.
So and you know.
But I get like, especially like talking about the rave, this.
Or even forget a rave. It could just be. I saw another video. A person at the park, they started doing something, you know, like maybe planking or whatever it was, and then it just, as soon as the second person did it, it just trickled down like so quick, rapidly. So it's just I think it's just a psychological thing. Long story short, it's not that emotional. Get over it.
No, I loved it. But
back to the singing part, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're talking about the singing. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it was like it helped me feel like I understand a little better. Not exactly still how to do it, but I understand a little better how I want to start like my singing when I'm singing in the real world, you know? Even this isn't like a musical. Like my life isn't a musical.
It could be though.
It fucking could be.
It could be.
And so I'm like, this is how I would do it if I could.
And here are the steps. You just need a cameraman, and then a mic, and that is all you need.
You know what? That's what I need. I'm gonna audition for musicals. Future self, who understands how to
that
figure
sounds so
things.
fucking tough. Learn how to act first.
I know, that's what I was gonna say. Future self, who can understand these things.
Jesus Christ, man.
I'm nowhere near ready.
Yeah.
But we gotta manifest. That's what Ariana did.
She manifested what?
Her role as Glinda.
Oh.
There's a whole other YouTube video you can watch on it.
I see.
We're not gonna.
Yeah, go up here.
It's not our video though.
Yeah, you could plug other people's videos.
Okay.
You gotta look for it though. Yeah. Anyways, the musical was aight. Long story.
No, it was amazing. God
the
damn
point
it.
is, the musical wasn't all that.
The musical was great. It made me feel, and the songs themselves were beautiful. I don't want to go into it because you clearly aren't into it, and I'd rather talk to someone who is into it. but it was amazing.
Yeah. So if you really want to listen to him talk about it, go to his damn podcast
Channel.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, go to my channel and hear me rant about Wicked. Squid Games. You saw the second season.
Yeah.
I saw it. I don't like that they ended it where they did. I was like, finish the whole thing. I didn't want it to
Keep going.
No, it's not done with the games, and I'm like, I would like the whole season to be the full games, the whole Squid Games or whatever. So I'm like, but also, personally, I think it's kind of like silly. It feels like one of those things where like once you have a show that like did well, you want to continue it because it did well, and I'm like, all right, fine.
I agree with you with that.
Why not? But
me from the beginning, the way they ended season 1, you knew there was a season 2 coming.
Yeah.
That little twist, I felt like they didn't even need to do that from the
They
get-go.
didn't.
I was like, this was such a perfect season. Why did they need to like add this person? And it's like, oh, okay, now we got a hero.
Yeah.
And it's now with the season 2, that's all it was. It was like, god damn it.
yeah.
Like to me,
I think one of the twists that this person knows the games, I did like that, where it's like all these people now assume that there's a person who knows, so it causes like this social like turmoil, I guess, within them. And I like that aspect, I guess, but I don't like how this whole hero storyline thing. Like,
like if I would have liked it if halfway through the season he died, because then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, no, it's never been about this guy. Now it's like,
but
no,
halfway
he's the
through
hero.
the season, I don't think that's too long, because then
Too
it's
long?
like it
Okay,
was.
You got my point.
Like the
he needs
first
to die.
episode.
Like the first challenge, where he's trying to coach them up. It's like,
it's
no,
not
bitch,
about him.
It's not about him. It's like, oh yeah, he fucked up. Now let's go to the games again.
Right, that would be
Now
interesting.
that's
That
more
would be
more
interesting.
realistic. I'll buy into this world instead of like, oh no, he's doing everything perfect. He's a hero, and now the other guy is like watching this and like gets in the game to go.
Right. And everything's
cause
perfect for him
havoc.
too.
Well, it makes sense for him because he's literally the guy. No, even if he failed, he could still be.
But some of the guards didn't know he was playing. Did you notice how like every once in a while one of the guards saw him and they were like, and I'm like, realistically, if that's the case, you had a good chance of dying too.
But okay,
And
but
the entire time you seemed like you weren't gonna. And
damn, that's a great point. Because I was gonna say like, if he came up with the games, then he'd be good at it. But not true, because in Survivor, Jeff Probst.
Yeah, he wouldn't be good at those games.
I don't think he'd be good at the game.
No.
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, wait, that thought doesn't make sense, because
Exactly.
just because you made it doesn't mean you're good at it.
Yeah.
But he was a beast. Yeah, he was a beast.
Yeah.
He it's almost like he made the game.
It's almost like he was, puppeteering that shit.
He came in at the perfect time.
Yeah, but I agree. It just wouldn't.
Well, actually, no. I think if someone noticed him at a certain point, it's like, yeah, don't kill this guy. Because remember when he barely made it with the group and killed the guy?
Yeah.
He technically should have died. Whoever was in that thing, because
there's 3 in there.
Exactly.
I thought the same thing. I was like, there's 3 bodies in there. They're not that merciful.
So they just let him. It's like, he's the boss. Like, you can't kill him.
But again, some of the soldiers didn't know because they were surprised. They were shocked. At least that's what the editors made us feel.
It made it
like,
seem, huh?
So I'm like, either you fucked up as in the editing there, or like,
yeah.
it just
And also, I didn't like that. I get the K-pop star in there. But
that guy.
The guy that's just on drugs is like, okay, why'd they let them have all the drugs? Why'd they
I was like,
come on, man.
You stripped them down, changed their clothes, and you didn't see a fucking necklace with pills in it?
Oh, he probably needs it.
That's stupid.
He's a drug addict.
That was dumb. I did not like that.
I hated
either.
that. And it's like the whole, he just was on drugs the entire time and just provoking everything. It's like, oh yeah, you're going to have crazy people like that. No, not really.
No.
Like, that's a little extra. And I get why they did that, because it's kind of catering to the younger audience.
Yeah.
Of how wild and like obnoxious this guy was.
Yeah.
Just a very hateable character. I'm being serious.
They were, yeah. As soon
and
as
then
he
him
pushed
speaking
someone,
English too was like, let's target the speak in English. It's like, come on, man.
Also, when the first time he pushed someone in the games, and then like just no one recognized it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. There was people behind him that could have seen him do that and be like, okay, that's a murder. You know, so like, let's not participate with them. As opposed to like, he's popular, he's still popular, he still has his groups, and he's like doing well because of whatever reason. Everything felt a little too manufactured.
Exactly. It didn't feel like I was actually like, whereas the first
Over-
season 1, it was
overproduced.
like unexpected. People that you were drawn to died.
Wait, what?
In the first season, people that you were drawn to, like other characters, not just the main character, you were drawn to them, and then they ended up dying at some point, because that's the game.
Yeah, they're all
In this
supposed
one,
to
it was
die.
like, let's protect these people. These are main characters. And then at a certain point, they die towards the end. But it's like not as shocking, because it's like, we know who's surviving, which is the hero.
Right.
That's why it's like if you got rid of him early on, then it's all of a sudden it's like back to unexpected, like unpredictable.
Yes.
What's gonna happen?
I agree. Yeah, that would be a good indicator of like the unexpected. Like
Yeah.
it's not, I'm not sitting here and
Yeah.
like I know what's gonna happen.
You know what?
And,
Game of Thrones does that, I think.
and a lot of people shit on it for it.
For
like
getting rid of
for
all that.
killing like all the main characters right off. I liked
I
it.
like it. I like
Yeah,
that.
because I'm like
aspect.
that's
It
what
keeps you in the
happen.
yeah. It
Things
keeps
would
you
happen,
like
know?
really
Yeah.
in this world instead of like, you know who's gonna be.
Yeah, it's like I
doing
really
what.
like that personality. I don't want them to like be gone.
Yeah, it's like well, tough shit.
It's like but that's what happened in that world.
Yeah, it's literally just what happens.
Yeah.
He's not perfect. He's.
I
yeah.
mean, maybe some deaths
Yeah.
might have felt like it was for that feeling, as opposed to like a natural like, yeah, if you fall from like 10 stories, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when they kill people off, it feels like it's not like the
Not
way
as
the
dramatic,
storyline
huh?
should have
Just
been.
getting shot in the head.
Yeah, it just didn't fit the world, you know.
Yeah.
Like speaking of Game of Thrones, real quick.
Yeah.
Like at the end where the Dragon Queen just burns everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, did that really make sense? You know, she's been talking about this her whole life that she would never do that, and like that she's so compassionate and this and that, and out of nowhere.
You know what? Yes, that happens. People get petty.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You
They did
know,
kill
like-
her. They did kill her best friend.
Yeah.
She's like, fuck this.
Yeah, it's like you need to know who the fuck the boss is. You
But-
know, the power tripping.
I can't, but then you just kill the queen. That's who did it.
Sure, I actually don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Never
okay.
finished Game of Thrones.
Either way, the point is that sometimes it just feels a little off. The deaths.
Yeah.
But I would have appreciated if they had killed him the first episode. That would have been
First
dope.
or second or like early on.
I think the first because they just immediately like not that world.
So the reason I wouldn't say the first is because then immediately it's like, it's almost too early in my opinion.
As soon as they start the games.
Oh, so yeah. As soon as they start the games, which was episode 2, I think. Or
Oh,
3.
was it?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I
that's what I'm
remember.
saying. Like, as soon as they start the games, he died immediately. Perfect.
Yes.
But early on, when they're telling the story, it's like, oh, he's going after these people, and they clearly set the plot for you. It's like this guy's the hero. He's about to save everybody, you know, or not necessarily save everybody, but save future people
Right.
in the game. And yeah, so if you kill him during the game, way better. If you kill him before, it's like, okay, now we're watching a whole different show. It's not even the games anymore.
Yeah.
But if you get in the games and then die, it's like, oh yeah, this is how it goes.
These are the games,
These are the
yeah.
games, man. This is how it goes.
And
then
it's a whole
you're
different
sucked
game. It's all different games,
100%. Because then you get sucked into the world that he was about to be, like the hero.
Right.
And then
you're
you
like-
get stripped from the bottom, just like, hey,
It's like no, that's not how it works
that's not
here.
how it works. Remember, we're the boss.
Whole new game, like
Whole different game. We changed it
different
up. We're the
people.
rich people that
Yeah.
control this game. We switch it up.
God.
Control it.
As a show, that would have been more interesting.
I think so.
As
Instead,
an
like
idea-
now it's like, okay, season 3, what are they doing? Like, they're gonna finally shut down the whole game. They had the cop outside that survived the bullet from his brother.
the whole boat chasing thing.
Yeah, all that shit. Like,
Also, the old man being a part of the thing, I called that early on. I was like, you can't find the fucking thing for this many years, and you've never asked anyone else to help you instead of this guy.
yeah,
Of course, like at some point I was like, he's probably just swinging you around the same
Literally.
islands, you know?
literally.
You don't know shit about boats.
Yeah, for real.
But I just felt a little predictable too.
Yeah.
I'm like, and also supposedly they're everywhere. They have these rich people have eyes everywhere. So
Yeah,
how are you gonna not assume that they're
literally,
in charge of the boat guy?
literally.
Everything just felt like too like
Too forced. Too structured.
Yeah,
Like, this
yeah,
is
too
exactly what's
structured.
supposed to happen because, people like this story.
yeah.
I'm sure so many people like this too.
Yeah. I mean, I was entertained here and there, but
Yeah, but it was just like it just didn't hit the same.
yeah.
Season 1 really did it.
I will say the season 1 had its flaws too, where I was like, there was moments where I was like,
Yeah,
like with the police guy. There's
Yeah.
several moments where I was like,
yeah. When he's not getting
okay.
caught for the longest time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was like, that was kind of the story plot that I just didn't like.
Yeah.
Like his whole thing, looking for his brother.
It's the convenience of everything too. It's like,
Yeah.
all right. You're gonna
But the
find
twist
that-
at the end that he got shot by his own brother was a good one. I like that twist. I'm sure maybe to some people it was predictable, but I was.
I don't know
still
about
like,
predictable, but it just
It's like, oh, your brother's a part of it, and he fucking doesn't give a fuck about you. He'll kill you for this game. Like, that's
okay.
kinda
The
cool.
reason why I didn't really feel like it's because we didn't have a like an idea about who this brother was. It's like, how am I supposed to know he was a good guy to begin with? How am I supposed to know like he loved you or whatever
That's
and
a
would
good
never
point.
do this?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I'm like, all right.
Well, no, not only that though. I think he was also trying to find the leaders to
to end the games.
To end the games, yeah.
Yeah.
So then when you find out, like,
The leader is
your brother,
yeah.
I think it was a good twist. I don't know.
I guess you're right. No, I guess you're right. Because then it's like, just the word brother alone makes you feel like, would you kill your brother?
Literally.
You know?
Like, what would happen in that situation? You thought
If you're doing that,
Yeah.
bye, Brian. Bye, Goose.
Bye. On that note, bye, guys.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe, please. And watch our other shit. We'll be back next week or the week after or the one after. Wait. No, we will be back next week.